Good evening everyone and welcome to the 2022 academic year. Thank you for tuning in to the Parent Information Evening for the Secondary Department. Unfortunately, due to current COVID protocols, we're unable to hold this event face-to-face, so we've put together a series of short videos for your information. You'll be able to watch a presentation from our Assistant Principal, Mr. Asma, myself, the Head of Secondary, Ms. McCluskey, our Director of Pastoral Care, Ms. Abdullahat, and our Director of Curriculum, Ms. Dalla. All 4 videos contain vital information for the year ahead, so please make sure you watch each one of them from start to finish. If at any point in time you have any questions or you're unsure of anything, please contact the college. Good evening everyone and welcome back to 2022. After a couple of challenging years, I'm really looking forward to the year ahead and working with all of our families here at Maronite College of the Holy Family. I would like to give a special welcome back to all of our Year 7s and all of our new students, as well as all of our new staff for 2022. We have a number of new staff joining us at the college in 2022 that we would like to welcome. Mr. Elias, who will be our religion coordinator, Ms. Lee, who will be teaching English and Hissi, in particular modern history, Mr. Yusuf, who will be teaching Hissi, Ms. Cortez, who will be teaching Technology and Vet Hospitality, Mr. Fredericks, who will be teaching Music and Religion, Ms. Fang, who will be teaching Hissi and Maths, in particular Commerce and Economics, Ms. DeCuna, who is one of our new COVID support staff, Ms. Fair, who is also one of our new COVID support staff, Mr. Kitta, who is teaching PDHPE and he's also our new sports coordinator, Mr. Melky, who will be teaching PDHPE, and Mr. Young, who will be teaching English. This year, as you all know, we have a new principal, or a returning principal. Some of you will remember Sister Margaret. Our assistant principal remains as Mr. Asma. I'm still the head of secondary, and then of course we have Ms. Abdullahat as our Director of Pastoral Care and Ms. Dalla as our Director of Curriculum. Our KLA or subject coordinators for 2022. In religion, we have Mr. Elias, as already mentioned. In English, we have Mr. Cunningham. Mathematics is Mr. Sassine. Science is Mr. Stillen. Hissi is Ms. Esba Dayoub. Lote is Ms. Safi. PDHPE is Mr. Abood. Kappa is Ms. Salog. Taz is Ms. Boutros. And Vet is Ms. Kumar. Our year advisors for 2022. Year 7 is Mr. Abood, Year 8 is Ms. Ishak, Year 9 is Ms. Yusuf, Year 10 is Mr. Garash, Year 11 is Mr. Hajar, and Year 12 is Ms. Delamitros. In other leadership roles, we have our e-learning coordinator is Ms. Sharbeen, our careers advisor is Ms. Kumar, our administration coordinator is Ms. Lahoud, our learning support coordinator is Ms. Makura, our learning support assistants are Mr. Hazarati and Ms. Manku. Our learning centre supervisor is Ms. Papanastasiou, and our secondary psychologist is Ms. Kuri. Our bell times for 2022 have changed. The main difference is that we no longer have homeroom in the afternoon. So homeroom will only take place once a day in the morning, and we've extended it to 20 minutes as we value that time, and we think it is very important that our students spend quality time each day with their homeroom teacher building connections. For the rest of the day, each period is an hour long with recess and lunch being 35 minutes. The only day that is different to this is Thursday, and that's due to our sport time in the afternoon. So again, homeroom is only happening once in the morning for 20 minutes, and then our periods are all slightly shortened for the day to allow for sport in the afternoon. In regards to contacting the college, if it is a student matter, please make your first contact the classroom teacher or the homeroom teacher. From there, your second contact would be the year advisor or the KLA coordinator. From there, your third contact would be the Director of Pastoral Care for any wellbeing matters, or the Director of Curriculum for any curriculum matters. And then from there, your fourth contact would be myself as the Head of Secondary. If it's a staff matter, please contact the Head of Secondary in the first instance, and in the second instance, the assistant principal, followed by the principal. We also ask that you please avoid any on-the-spot meeting requests. Staff are very busy and more than happy to meet with you, but we ask that you please book an appointment, and please understand that at the moment, given the current COVID protocols, majority of these meetings will need to take place over the phone. In regards to leave, any student who needs to have 5 or more days away from school is required to complete a leave form. To get these leave forms, students will need to come to secondary admin and request a form. They'll be given it, and once they've been given it, they need to complete it and return it back to secondary admin. Notice of any leave is required 4 to 8 weeks prior to departure, and we ask that all supporting documentation is provided with the leave form. This can include an itinerary or an e-ticket, but we need to have any supporting documentation which justifies why you're requesting the leave. The principal will then decide whether or not that leave is approved. All students who catch a bus in the morning or the afternoon are required to have an Opal card. If your child does not have an Opal card, please go to the Transport New South Wales website and follow the prompts. It's vital that all students have one of these cards. Firstly, bus drivers can refuse a student entry if they don't have one, but more importantly, we need to know what the numbers on the buses are looking like, and some of our buses are getting quite full, but the bus company is saying that they're not full according to their records, so we're not able to ask for more buses. So we need an accurate record of our number of students that are catching the buses, so we know how many buses we actually need to provide. Our parent-teacher interview schedule for this year, our Year 12 parent-teacher interviews are on Tuesday the 5th of April from 3:30 to 7:30 in Term 1. And all other years, 7 to 11, are in Term 2 on Tuesday the 28th of June, and that will go from 8:30am to 7:30pm. Some upcoming dates to remember: this Friday the 25th we have our swimming carnival, which will take place at Granville Pool. We ask that all parents ensure their children have lunch on that day, as there'll be limited or no canteen facilities available, and we will not allow drop-off of food to take place. This is a staff and student-only event. At this point in time, we cannot allow parents to join us. On Monday the 28th of February, Lent begins, and we have our Ash Monday Mass. On Monday the 14th of March, our Bullying Awareness Week commences. And on Wednesday the 30th of March, Year 7 go off to camp for 3 days. Many of you would already know about our outstanding 2021 HSC results. Our highest achiever and the Ducks for 2021 was Jason Shakti with an ATAR of 98.55. We also had another 9 students receive an ATAR over 90, and we would like to congratulate all of these high achievers. So we had Celine Musa with an ATAR of 97.65, Ashton Tannis with an ATAR of 97.2, Celine Harb with an ATAR of 96.5, Brittany Elsaya with an ATAR of 95.3, Christina Ishak with an ATAR of 94.9, Simon Zeta with an ATAR of 93.75, Brianna Makari with an ATAR of 92.4, Chanel Curry with an ATAR of 92.05, and Lana Shamshum with an ATAR of 90.9. On top of these 10 students who received an ATAR above 90, 3 of these students were also named on the All-Rounders Honours list. To be an all-rounder, you need to achieve a Band 6 in 10 or more units. So congratulations to Jason Shakti, Celine Harb, and Ashton Tannis on achieving this. I know Ms. Daly is going to go into much more detail about our 2021 HSC results, but just a quick summary from me. We had 10 students achieve an ATAR above 90. We had an additional 17 students achieve an ATAR between 80 and 90. So that gives us 27 students who achieved an ATAR above 80. We had 3 all-rounders, which, as I've mentioned earlier, is 10 or more units of Band 6 results. We had 21 students who received at least one Band 6. We had 50 Band 6s all up across all our courses, and our 2021 HSC ranking was 112. In 2020, our ranking was 316th. This means that we have improved by over 200 places in the state. We were also named as the most improved school in the top 150 schools in the state. So a lot of fantastic individual and group performances to celebrate from our 2021 HSC results. I'd like to congratulate all staff and students who achieved these results. Our theme for 2022 is the best me I can be. So it's all about taking ownership of your learning to become reflective and independent. As part of our 2022 focus, The Best Me I Can Be, we have 3 key focus areas in secondary: presentation, behaviour, and academic excellence. In regards to presentation, Miss Abdulahad will cover this in more detail, but we're talking about making sure that all students have the correct haircuts that are appropriately blended, everyone is cleanly shaven, girls have their hair tied back, there is no makeup, no fake nails. The only jewellery that can be worn is one necklace or bracelet that is religious. Making sure that the correct sports uniform is worn or school uniform when it should be worn, socks, belts, things like that. We need to make sure that these are immaculate every single day. In regards to behaviour, it's pretty self-explanatory, and Miss Abdulahad will probably cover it in more detail, but our expectations of students around behaviour are very high. We want all students to think before they act and to consider the situations that they find themselves in and their reactions to certain things. Last year, we implemented a lot of severe consequences for actions, and we will continue that this year. In regards to academic excellence, what are we talking about? We're talking about academic excellence as the gradual result of always striving to do better. Our new college principal, Sister Margaret, has made it very clear that academic excellence is to be a key focus in 2022 and moving forward. So we've asked all students to make sure that they get the little things right so that the rest come. So students need to make sure they're arriving to every class with all of the required equipment, all books, calculator if it's maths, textbooks, anything that is required of them by their teachers. They need to make sure they're focused in class, paying attention for the whole lesson, completing all classwork and all homework, making sure they're constantly seeking feedback. If they're not sure about something, they need to ask their teacher. If they need extra help or they want extra practice, ask the teacher. All of our staff are very willing and happy to help, but the students need to take responsibility for their own learning and initiate these conversations. In regards to sport for 2022, our inter-house competition returns to almost normal this year, which is very exciting for all of the students. So we've already begun the inter-house competition, and so far students' behaviour has been exemplary, which we congratulate them on. Just a couple of reminders that all students are required to wear their house polo on a Thursday, not their PE shirt. Any student who does wear their PE shirt will find themselves with a uniform infringement. Our representative sport returns to normal in 2022 also. This term, we have selected our touch football, basketball and volleyball teams, and they've already had a couple of weeks of competitive games and some outstanding results as well, and we wish them luck for the rest of the term. We're also hopeful that all of our gala days can return this year, as well as our carnivals. So our swimming carnival, as I've already mentioned, is this Friday. More information will be sent out to students by Mr. Abood. And we are also hopeful that our walkathon can be held this year, as it's been unable to be held the last couple of years due to COVID.